Hi, everyone. Just maybe waiting for a few more people to join in, perhaps. It's probably going to be looking like a small group, but that'll be great because it'll give more opportunity for the ones that are here to ask questions. So this will be recorded. So if you want to watch it later or share it amongst others, you can easily do so. I'd like to start off with a land acknowledgement. So in the spirit of reconciliation, the Federation of PEI Municipalities acknowledges that the land upon which our organization stands is unceded Mi'kmaq territory. Epiklik, PEI, Mi'kma'ki is covered by the historic treaties of peace and friendship. We pay our respects to the indigenous Mi'kmaq people who have occupied this island for over 12,000 years, past, present, and future. So today we are joined with Julie and Lori from FPEIM and Andy Saxby from Canoe Procurement. We'll be presenting, and then following that presentation, we'll have a question and answer period. Then Colin Ferguson from Canoe Benefits will give us a presentation, followed again by a question and answer period. So I suggest during the question and answer period, we'll also do a round of introductions first, since we are a small group. And if you want, you can change your screen to a gallery view, and then that way you can kind of see everybody. Feel free to turn on your cameras, or you don't have to either if you want. But I will start off. I'm Cassandra Gautreaux. I'm the programs officer with FPEIM. And if you want to go Lori, Julie, and then Colin, Andy to introduce yourselves.
Thanks, Cassandra. I'm Lori Main, and I'm the Communications and Engagement Officer with the Federation of Southern Island Municipalities. Welcome.
Hi, and I'm Julie McMurr. I'm the Executive Assistant and Office Manager with the Federation of PEI Municipalities.
Hey everyone, I'm Andy Saxby. I'm the Member Outreach Representative for Canoe Procurement.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colin Ferguson. I'm one of the senior benefit consultants here at Canoe Benefits.
And I see in the chat, Margaret says, unfortunately, she does not have a working camera or microphone, but maybe I can call on the others in case they want to introduce themselves. So that way Colin and Andy kind of can grasp who you are and where you're from. Marcia?
Hi, I'm Marcia Emson with the Municipality of Victoria.
And Kim?
Sorry.
Oh, I think you might have cut out there.
Yeah, it did. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm Kim O'Connell. I'm the Director of Finance with the Town of Stratford and PEI. I guess this is just all for PEI.
Yes, it is. Crystal?
Hi, I'm Crystal Burrows, and I'm the financial coordinator for the town of Stratford.
M. Bailey. Sorry, I don't know the first name.
Hi, sorry about that. Melanie is the first name. Melanie, City of Charlottetown Strategic Initiatives.
Okay, and Andy and Colin, I think you might have both already talked to Margaret maybe, but she's the CAO for Crapo.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple polls here for you. I can start one. Bear with me. Andy, if you wanted to read those.
Yeah, so how familiar are you with the Canoe Procurement Group of Canada and its services? Very familiar, use the program regularly. Somewhat familiar, you've heard of it, but you don't use it often, or not familiar at all.
Okay. So
Okay. Well, it's good we're on this call, so we can go over the program and some of its benefits.
Okay, I'll go poll number 2.
Has your organization made any purchases through the Canoe Procurement Group of Canada in the last 12 months? Yes, no, or not sure.
I'll share results.
Okay, pretty good mix. So it's good that we're going to hop on this meeting today, and I'll give you a bit of an overview of where we are, or who we are, where we came from, just a bit of background information on what Canoe is as an organization and how we work to support our members. So I'm going to share my screen here with you. Okay. Can you all see that? Perfect. So yeah, first off, who are we? We're a cooperative nonprofit buying group that started in the province of Alberta in 1936. So we've been doing this for quite a while. In 2019, we branched out across Canada, and we now have over 6,000 members, and that number continues to grow on a daily basis. Any nonprofit or public entity is eligible to become a member of Canoe and utilize the contracts that we have in place. And lastly, we are Sourcewell's Canadian partner. Sourcewell is very similar to us. They're a cooperative nonprofit buying group. So as a member of Canoe, you would have access to their contracts as well. So we partner with municipal associations across the country to serve our members. We work together to save our members time. And there's also some cost savings by offering our programs to our members. So how does Canoe help? We receive preferred pricing for our members. And we also save you time. This has been extremely beneficial for our members, especially with the supply chain issues, the tariff issues we've been seeing lately. So getting that product faster with less amount of work put in has been very valuable. So how do we do that? We complete the RFP process on your behalf. So essentially just simplifying that purchasing process and getting that product faster. We do have a legal team that reviews our procurement practices. So making sure that we're aligning with trade agreements in the respective territories, making sure that we're always keeping up to date. So some benefits of our program. As a member, you would have access to a ton of programs. So anything from office supplies to construction equipment, benefits programs, lots available to you. It doesn't change anything about your local presence. So if you're working with any local dealers, you can continue to do so. We know, especially these days, how important it is to have that local presence, and our program is structured for that. And we are here to support you. So my role as the member outreach representative is I'm here to support you any step of the way, whether it's connecting your team to provide some training on the program, just reviewing your quote, helping you find a particular product. I'm always a phone call or an email away. With Canoe, there's no membership fees, so no cost at all to participate in the program. How do we keep our doors open? Anytime that you were to make a purchase under the program, so say office supplies, for example, we would receive an admin fee from that particular supplier. So no cost at all to participate in the program. There's also no minimum purchase requirements and no maximum. But 9 times out of 10, we do have a solution for you, so I always recommend checking to see if we have that for you. So compliance. So as I mentioned, we do have a legal team that reviews our procurement practices. We run our procurement the same way your municipality would, and our contracts typically run for about 3 to 4 years. So if you look onto our website, you'll see a contract end date, and we likely already have something ready to go for when that expires. The only thing that we require from our members is to fill out a membership form. I'll go over that shortly with you, and to post our notice of participation, which this is just a piece saying that you're a member of Canoe. You plan to use Canoe for 1 or more purchases, and this just needs to be posted online wherever you would normally post vendors for a minimum of 2 weeks annually. Once you've done that, you're good to start using the program and making purchases. outline the value, and this slide definitely goes over that. So as a member, you're responsible for identifying your need, researching your options. Steps 3 through 9 haven't been skipped. We just have done that on your behalf. Once you connect with the supplier, you'll issue your purchase order and receive your equipment. So really just simplifying that purchasing process. So some programs, we have dozens of programs available for you. These are just some of the highlights that I'll go over today. But we got our tire program. So we receive national account pricing direct from Michelin Goodyear. We have expansive brand options through Cal Tire and Tirecraft. Got our ground engagement program. So construction equipment, snow removal, maintenance. And our members see an average of 25% discounts on blades, cutting edges, and so on. Got our office supplies program through Staples Professional. Our members see huge discounts on anything, even just from a box of paper to computer equipment and so on. Our members see huge discounts, and they get next day delivery on orders over 50. Got our auto parts program through Napa. And we got our culverts program, so to help you with all of your construction needs. Got our fleet upfitting program through Commercial and Action Trucks. Got our traffic supplies program through ATS Traffic. So anything from roadway paint to LED signs to road signs and so on. Got our electrical supply program and our capital purchasing program. So now I'm going to head over to our website and I'll show you how to kind of navigate our website and connect with suppliers. So our website is canoeprocurement.ca. And then there's two parts of the website that I'm going to go over today. It's going to be the supplier directory and our program directory. So if you click procurement, it's going to take you to the procurement page. If it wants to load, that is. There we go. So yeah, we've got our supplier directory and our program directory. Sorry, my internet's going a little slow this morning. So our supplier directory gives you every supplier that we have under the program. So you feel free to go through it sometime and see kind of what would be of interest to you. You can also filter it based on suppliers that are available in your province. This will show you every supplier that's available in Prince Edward Island. You can search, so if you're looking for a particular piece of equipment or product, you can search. So you can go, let's do loader, for example. And I'll show you the suppliers that fall within that search. Now, if you look here, you'll see the contract. You can view the contract end date, and then we have all our contract documents are available for your reference. So you can view the entire RFP. Sorry, my internet slowed right down. So yeah, you can view that entire RFP. Got the contract. Sorry for the delay there. So the contract and the evaluation summary. So they do a pretty extensive evaluation summary. So these are all the suppliers that applied, and these are, and then you can see which ones that they awarded. Now, when connecting, once we get you set up with a Canoe membership, we provide you with a Canoe membership number. Anytime that you connect with the supplier, I recommend providing them with that Canoe membership number as well as that contract number. So when you're connecting with the supplier, we have all the contact information is here. So I'm just using AEBI as an example, you would reach out to Simon either by phone or email and say, hey, Simon, we're members of Canoe. Provide him with your Canoe membership number as well as the contract number and say, hey, we're looking at purchasing a loader, and provide him with the specs, and Simon would take it from there. When you receive a quote or an invoice from a supplier, it is important that it does reflect that contract number as well as your Canoe membership number, just to ensure that you are receiving that the Canoe preferred pricing. And one other thing you can do with our supplier directory is you can export it all into an Excel document. So that would look something like this. And I recommend just saving it on your desktop, and it gives you easy access. So if you're looking for a particular supplier, you've got all that information here. So the supplier name, the program it falls under, the contract number, and so on. Now I'm going to go into our program directory. So I went over some of the programs with you, but we have lots more available to you. And we're continuously adding new programs. If you click on Learn More, and it gives you some information on the program, how it works, and some of the program benefits, and then the suppliers that fall within it. And then you would just reach out to them and say, hey, if you're looking for auto parts, you would reach out to Napa, provide them with your Canoe membership number and that contract number. Now, to become a Canoe member, it's pretty simple. You just fill out a membership form, and I'll send those all off to you once we disconnect to follow up. But yeah, you just fill out the membership form, send it back to me, and I get our accounting department to set that up. So very, very straightforward. And then this is the notice of participation that I was mentioning. This is just that piece saying that you're a member of Canoe and that you plan to use Canoe for one or more purchases. And you just need to post this online wherever you would normally post your tenders. So you just fill in your municipality name and so on, and just post that online. And that is pretty much Canoe in a nutshell on my end. Any questions?
I do want to highlight that I
Pretty
really
straightforward.
Yeah, I like the photo of the PEI bridge on the supply directory.
Oh.
That was nice. And yeah, so I'm just, does anyone have any questions for Andy? I have a question. How long does it take to complete a purchase through Canoe?
Really depends on the supplier and the supply chain issues, but depending on the purchase, it can have anything. So staples, for example, is next day delivery. But other stuff such as a fire truck or a custom truck, it can take some time to build. So it can take a few months, but the longest purchase I've seen has been probably about 6 months. But I've had people just last summer reach out, and they're like, hey, we need to have a playground set up and we need to have ground broken within 30 days. And our suppliers were able to do that. So pretty quick turnaround. And we save you all that time of going to RFP as well. So gets you that product a lot faster.
Yeah, perfect. I also have another question about local suppliers. So does Canoe have contracts with local suppliers, and what's that look like right now?
Oh, which ones were you?
Are the local suppliers available through Canoe?
Yeah, so how it works is we have our suppliers, and a lot of our suppliers will fulfill the purchase at a local dealership. So a lot of say if you were to buy an excavator, you contact the main say Caterpillar, for example, you would contact the main Caterpillar representative, but then they send you over to, they complete the purchase through a local dealer in your area.
Perfect. Is there any more questions other than the ones I had? If not, we have a couple poll
Sorry.
questions.
I do have one
Oh.
question. Just to go along with the local provider. I know what has happened to us in the past is we went to the local provider, but they like, even though, like, if you use Napa, let's use them as an example. If we went to the local one and said we want to get this through Canoe, the local ones didn't know what Canoe was. So we
Yeah,
used
so
to
in
say,
that situation, you can always have them connect with. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh no, that's kind of what happened, is they just didn't know what Canoe was.
Yeah, that does happen time to time. So in that situation, you can always have them connect with me, or I can connect with them, and or that main contact on our supplier directory. They're very well versed in the Canoe program, so they can work with that local dealer to help with them with that purchase. Any other questions?
Lane, do you have a question? I see you unmuted yourself. Okay, well, I can run a couple of our last polls here for Andy.
Okay. So how valuable do you find the group purchasing discounts offered through Canoe? Extremely valuable, somewhat valuable, very valuable, not valuable at all, or I'm not sure.
Okay. Couple more results coming in.
Okay, it is very extremely valuable. We save you all that time. We save you money. Yeah, and for I'm not sure, if you haven't started using the program, I'm happy to help you get you started so we can start seeing the value.
Thanks, Andy. Before we do the next poll, we have Lane in the chat saying that their mic is not working. Do we know how many vendors are registered through Canoe on PEI?
Ooh, not off the top of my head, but I can export that and I'll send over that PEI list and I can find that out for you, Elaine. I'll follow up with you on that one.
Perfect. Okay, gonna launch another poll here.
How likely are you to recommend Canoe Procurement Group to other municipalities or organizations? Very likely, somewhat likely, not likely, or not sure.
Okay.
A little bit of mix. Okay, awesome.
Okay, and we have a question in the chat from Margaret. Has insurance been added? Has Canoe insurance been added? I don't know if I can really speak to that. Whereas
I'm gonna assume the question's around like the property and casualty insurance, like the RMA stuff. I don't know if you've been in. Yeah, okay. Have you been in contact with our folks out there, Andy, on whether we're doing RMA insurance in?
I believe so. I'll have to follow up on that because I know Jonathan Stone's been working out there. He's the insurance guy out there, but let me follow up on that.
So I guess what I could add here is that we have been investigating that, and we'll keep everybody posted on that. Andy's exactly right that we have been working with Canoe around insurance, and we'll keep everybody posted.
Great. Yeah, we'll have to have another Canoe webinar in that case.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, thanks, Andy. That was really great information, really simple process, and it's great to have you here helping us. So we can move on
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great. And if anyone has any other questions for Andy, we can also revisit that following Colin's presentation as well. So Colin, thank you for joining us from Canoe Benefits. So I would just like to say that FPEIM is excited to partner with Canoe Benefits to offer an exclusive group benefits program designed specifically for member municipalities, public sector organizations, and not-for-profits in Prince Edward Island, no matter the size. So I guess we can start off. We have a couple poll questions that Colin has for you folks.
Okay, so question number 1. How important are employee benefits in your municipality's ability to attract and retain staff? Extremely important, somewhat important, not a major factor, or you're totally unsure?
Okay. Sharing results.
Okay, that's great to know. I certainly have some work cut out for me.
And here comes poll number 2 for Canoe Benefits.
When was the last time your benefits plan was marketed to alternative providers? Within the last year, 1 to 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, or you're not sure, or you've never really done sort of any benefits work? Okay, that's great information. So it looks like we have some folks who have recently gone through marketing and some that have never really had that discussion, or if they're unsure whether they have. So certainly lots for me to follow up on after our conversation. Want me to share my screen now?
Yes, yes, please.
Everything look good? Great. So yeah, my name is Colin Ferguson. I am the Senior Benefits Consultant here at Canoe, and I cover PEI and other parts of the Maritimes, as well as other municipalities throughout the country. Just a little background on myself. I've been in the benefits industry for almost a decade and a half. It's really all I've ever known and all I've ever done. Originally, I'm born and raised in Halifax, but today I am calling you from Calgary. So just kind of the agenda and what we're going to be covering today. So I'll go through a bit of history on Canoe Benefits and how we got to where we are today. Some of the services that we offer. Cassandra mentioned our program that has kind of allowed us to expand our offerings to municipalities and other organizations, no matter what the size. So whether you have 1 employee or 10, we have a solution for everybody. What sets us apart, and then of course how you can get started if you want to engage with us directly. So I'll give you a brief history of Canoe Benefits. So we're a subsidiary of Canoe Procurement, but we've actually been in the benefit space for quite some time, since 2012. Initially, when Canoe had their benefits program going, they had contracted it out to a third party who handled everything. So just kind of your traditional benefits brokerage. That was in place till about 2023, when Canoe Procurement decided that the best way to support members would be to bring the whole program in-house and kind of run it as a direct subsidiary as Canoe. It allows us to bring that full procurement model to the benefit space to help make things easier for our members. Our president is Jeff Nickel. He has been in the municipal benefit space for close to 15 years as well. He looked after the benefits plan when it was with third party, and Canoe felt that he would be the best person to head up their new benefits division. So currently we advise over 75 municipalities and government entities coast to coast, where any province that you see listed here, we operate in. So you'll find us often in Alberta and BC, and then PEI, New Brunswick and Ontario are kind of our newer contracts and newer areas where we're able to operate. But as an organization, we are really kind of focused on the municipal and government space. So when it comes to the benefits side, we really, although we're a part of Canoe Procurement, we really have the look and feel of a traditional benefits brokerage. We sort of operate as such. However, we're able to kind of also bring in that procurement model to help reduce the time and effort your teams have to spend on the benefits program. So on the benefits consulting side, we help streamline the procurement process, especially for some of the larger municipalities. There's often a requirement to tender for their broker and then tender for their insurance carrier. We've eliminated both of those. If you choose to partner with Canoe, we act as your agent of record, and you don't have to put out a formal tender for that piece. And then when it comes to the carrier side, we've pre-tendered and had discussions already with all of the major carriers in Canada, as well as a number of the minor carriers. We've kind of asked them to provide us all their specs, and we can sort of tailor your RFP to the wider marketplace based on your individual needs for each municipality. So if you have certain data handling practices that you have to abide by, we can very quickly dial in on which carriers will align with your business needs, and then conduct a marketing just with those who are going to be able to match with what you require. So we can do anything a full service brokerage does. We can help you kind of tailor your plan design to best suit your municipality's needs. We can provide you with benchmarking data so that you can get perspective on what your municipality offers relative to other municipalities across the country, as well as maybe in a more localized area as we build out our relationships in the Maritimes. We also offer full renewal support and negotiation. Because we have these pre-tendered agreements with the insurance carriers, we're able to leverage the bulk of Canoe with our member partners, and that in turn translates into more competitive pricing and better rates for the municipalities that we deal with. We can help you communicate changes to benefits plans. If you're launching a new program, we can help you get that information disseminated to your employees. And one of the kind of more niche areas we offer support is in collective bargaining. A lot of times during the collective bargaining process, there's lots of discussion around benefits plans. We can help make sure that what's being proposed lines up with what the carriers are willing to insure, so you don't get into a situation where you've agreed to something with a union and come to find out after the fact that the insurance carrier can't offer what it is that you've agreed to. So we can help make sure that we can help review your agreements and make sure that everything aligns properly with the carriers that you deal with. We can also provide support on the group retirement and consulting side. So we'll do group RSPs, defined contribution pension plans. We can offer benchmarking so you can get an idea of what other municipalities offer similar to benefits. We can look at the competitiveness of your investment management fees if you have a group retirement program in place. We can also ensure that the funds in your group retirement lineup have been performing in a way that is competitive relative to their peers. And of course, we also offer education services around group retirement as well. We do have some unique value-added services for our members. So we have an EAP program. We've partnered with a company called ComPsych to offer a sort of discounted rate to all of our members. I believe it's $250 per member per month, and it gets you access to their EAP program. ComPsych is one of the largest EAP providers in the world, but really where they specialize is in areas such as government, first responders, firefighters, police, so they're very aligned in that municipal and government space. And so we're really happy to partner with them and offer this program to our members. On the HR side, especially if you're a municipality that maybe doesn't have a fully fleshed out HR department, we have a program that's offered free to all of our members through E2R. So E2R is an HR consulting firm, and they'll provide you with employment policies, how-to guides, training around labor relations, e-learning webinars for your staff, and they also offer some niche sort of one-off pieces that they do charge for, and you get preferred vendor pricing support with that. So all of our solutions are kind of tailored to support the public sector in Canada. We're laser focused in this space, and we're always talking to our members to make sure we really understand kind of the new challenges that are arising and helping our members meet those challenges. So of course, as Cassandra mentioned, we do have a program that allows us to offer a benefits plan to a municipality or municipal organization or any nonprofit of any size. So the reduced eligibility requirements means that you only need one life to participate in this program. And so what we've done is we've essentially created almost an association program for these sort of smaller municipalities that have trouble qualifying for a benefits plan on their own. We group them all together. The carrier that we've partnered with is GroupSource. They are a Canadian company and are well versed in the municipal space. So the plan designs are very competitive, but they're standardized. We give you a couple options to choose from, and the renewal is sort of aggregated across all the participants in the plan. So the more participants or the more municipalities that participate in the plan, ultimately the flatter and more stable your benefits pricing will be. And the benefits offered through this program, of course, is life, AD&D, dependent life, health and dental, long-term disability, critical illness, and then we even have some very competitive optional life and critical illness programs for your members that maybe want some additional coverage beyond their group benefits plan. So what sets us apart? We really have a deep understanding of the public sector and their challenges and values. We've been in this space a long time. We do find it is a very niche space, especially when compared to the private sector. There's often different requirements, whether it's procurement requirements or data handling practices that we need to be cognizant of. So we've really taken the time to understand kind of what's happening in the public sector space, whether it's around claims challenges or new bureaucratic requirements, and we're aligning our programs to kind of rise to the occasion and meet our clients' evolving needs. We have a transparent, advisor-driven service model. So to partner with us, it costs you, the municipality, nothing. We're compensated through the insurer that you go with, similar to how it works on the procurement side. We also have some technology and reporting advantages, mainly because we have that coast-to-coast reach and municipal focus. We can really give you some insights on trends that we're seeing within the municipal space. So we can give you an idea of things to look out for, problems that are starting to creep up within municipalities across the country. And of course, because all of our clients are really focused in that space, we can aggregate data together and really paint you a broad picture of how you stack up relative to other municipalities in the country, how your plan's health performance could be indicative of future challenges down the road as it relates to disability or life insurance. So, and then of course, we're also leveraging our procurement scale to drive better rates and better costs for you, the plan member. So of course, how do you reach out to us and get started if you're interested? It's very simple. First thing you want to do is subscribe to our newsletter. Whether you're interested in partnering with Canoe at this time or not, I would recommend everybody subscribe to our newsletter. You'll get great insights into the benefit space within the municipal world. It might give you some insight or ideas into how you as a municipality can do things differently. And then of course, once you're ready to proceed, you can reach out to me via email at colin@canoebenefits.ca or give me a call at 403-540-9777. We're also providing a Calendly link in the chat that you can use to directly link into my calendar and book some time if you're interested. And of course, after the presentation, if you totally forget everything here, feel free to reach out to Cassandra. She'll be able to put you in contact with me right away, and then we can have a discussion and get the process started. So at this point, I'd like to open it up to any questions you might have.
Thanks, Colin. I did see one in the chat about midway through your presentation in regards to HR support.
Okay.
Margaret asks, does HR support that you spoke of assist with contract reviews?
Yes, it most definitely does.
Okay, does anyone else have any questions for Colin? And thank you for that great presentation. That was a really great overview. Thanks. I have a question about the benefits.
Sure.
Yeah, you mentioned them, but how flexible can you be with the benefits without being over budget or blowing the budget?
Yeah, so we can really take that full 360-degree view of your organization and come up with all sorts of different arrangements. You know, if you have a large municipality and you want to look at a flex plan, we can do that. If you want to be kind of mindful of costs, but still offer that flexibility, we can look at health spending account programs, wellness programs that will definitely drive employee engagement, but also help mitigate risk for you, the municipality, and kind of ensure that you're cost aware, so you're not getting hit with any surprises that you might need to then discuss with your council. Okay, so Lane has a question here. Colin, can you share if there are any pooling of benefits and how that would work for a smaller municipality? So yes, depending on the program, some of them are our programs, especially geared towards the smaller municipalities, are pooled. So like our program through Group Source, we've kind of aggregating everyone's experience together, which will kind of give the program that bulk in size and spread the risk over a high number of members to keep costs flat for you. Generally, though, if we're looking at a larger municipality, you know, north of 20 lives, then we would kind of have them run on their own, because the benefits of pooling can yield diminishing returns as you sort of move up market with the size of your organization. And regarding our our program for small municipalities, the pricing is flat. It already has been established. So if you're interested in just seeing what the cost is, give me a shout and we can send you over the sheet so that you can see the cost right away. Yeah, of course, Margaret. Benefits are definitely a great way to help bring in great talent. So I would definitely encourage you to reach out so we can have a conversation.
And just to clarify too, would there be a difference in the plans if, like, I know we talked a little bit about like counselors, like, are they eligible? Like, who's eligible?
We do have a program for counselors as well that we can leverage. It's not quite as, I want to say, rich in terms of plan design as maybe the programs geared towards the municipal employees themselves, mainly because counselors often work on sort of a part-time basis. So it makes it hard to offer things like long-term disability to counselors, but we do have a program if that's something that your municipality is interested in exploring.
Thank you. Does anyone have any other questions for Colin and or Andy?
Actually, just wanted to go back to Lane's question from earlier. I took a look and we currently have 374 Canoe approved suppliers in PEI.
Thank you for looking into that.
Of course. And that number continuously is growing.
Yeah, that seems like a good number.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, I think Lori has a update on the comm side of things.
Thanks. Well, I first wanted to thank both Andy and Colin for those presentations and for taking the time today. Anytime I go on the Canoe Procurement site and look at PEI, I'm always amazed at how many programs there are here. And we use Canoe benefits here at the Federation ourselves, so we can also speak to the quality of the program as well. So thank you both for your presentations. And I just wanted to let you know, we plan to highlight Canoe benefits and programs over our social media and our newsletters, so you can watch there. We'll be trying to showcase programs that might be of specific interest to our members, and I will remind you of our social media and newsletter link in the chat. And other than that, I'll turn it back to Cassandra. Thanks everybody for coming.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Lori. And thank you, Andy. Thank you, Colin. The recording will be sent out along with Andy and Colin's contact information, and we'll add them too in the email. So yeah, and with that, I thank everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. The sun is shining. So
Thanks,
enjoy
everyone.
it.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone.
Bye.